Every time you change your engine oil, you're trusting that the liquid inside that bottle is actually protecting thousands of dollars worth of engine components. But what if two oils that look almost identical on the shelf behave very differently once heat, pressure, and thousands of miles start attacking their chemistry? Pennzoil Ultra Platinum and Valvoline Advanced Full Synthetic are two of the most widely used 5W30 oils in modern turbocharged and direct injection engines. Both carry the same API-SP and ILSAC GF6A certifications. Both claim superior protection, and both promise to keep wear, sludge, and deposits under control. But marketing claims don't tell you what really happens inside the crankcase. To find out, we dug into independent lab reports, virgin oil analysis, manufacturer technical data sheets, and hundreds of used oil analyses submitted by everyday drivers to testing labs like Blackstone. The numbers reveal how these oils actually perform, measured in wear metals, additive chemistry, volatility, viscosity stability, and real-world durability. Wear protection. Curious how the anti-wear additives hold up in the crankcase? Start with ZDDP levels measured in virgin oil. PQIA's retail bottle analysis of Pennzoil Ultra Platinum 5W30 returned zinc at 789 ppm and phosphorus at 708 ppm. Valvoline's most detailed public product data sheet lists zinc at 830 ppm and phosphorus at 760 ppm, marginally higher on paper, though both sit comfortably inside the 600 to 800 ppm phosphorus window that API-SP allows. When those bottles go into service, consumer-submitted used oil analyses start revealing what actually happens inside the engine. Labs like Blackstone and Polaris measure wear metals suspended in the oil, and iron is usually the most closely watched number because it primarily originates from cylinder liners, piston rings, and camshaft surfaces. In a 2020 Ford Expedition with a 3.5-liter EcoBoost, Pennzoil Ultra Platinum ran for 4,200 miles in heavy short trip and idle heavy service and returned just 8 ppm of iron, a level Blackstone considered normal for the mileage. That works out to roughly about 2 ppm of iron per 1,000 miles once normalized for the severe duty cycle. A similar Pennzoil Ultra Platinum sample from a 2023 Ford F-150 equipped with the 5.0-liter Coyote V8, tested at around 108,000 miles on the engine, showed the same 8 ppm of iron after 4,300 miles of use, again placing the normalized wear rate near 2 ppm per 1,000 miles in a mature, high-mileage engine. Another Pennzoil report from a 2018 Mazda CX-9 with the SkyActiv turbo engine logged 15 ppm of iron after 4,598 miles, while a longer 6,700-mile interval in a 2017 Ford Explorer 2.3-liter EcoBoost produced the same 15 ppm iron reading, illustrating how iron accumulation tends to rise proportionally as oil change intervals stretch further into the 6,000-mile range. Valvoline Advanced Full Synthetic shows a nearly identical pattern across comparable engines. In a 2024 Kia Seltos with the 1.6-liter turbocharged GDI engine, a 3,200-mile sample produced 11 ppm of iron, which the lab described as pretty low for the mileage, especially considering the engine was still early in its service life, where break-in wear can slightly elevate iron readings. Running the same Valvoline formulation in a much larger engine produces similarly proportional numbers. A 2021 GMC 3500 equipped with the 6.6-liter L8T gasoline V8 logged 5,000 miles on Valvoline Advanced Full Synthetic 5W30 at roughly 55,000 miles on the truck, returning 13 ppm of iron, with the discussion around the report describing the result as excellent from a wear metals perspective for a heavy-duty truck engine. When you line up these individual reports with the much larger pool of consumer-submitted Blackstone UOAs posted on Bob is the Oil Guy between roughly 2023 and 2026, covering turbocharged GDI four-cylinder crossovers, mid-size turbo SUVs, and large naturally aspirated V8 trucks, the pattern becomes clear. After normalizing the numbers for mileage, engine architecture, and operating conditions, iron wear rates for both Pennzoil Ultra Platinum and Valvoline Advanced typically cluster within the same narrow band of about 1.5 to 4 ppm per 1,000 miles across comparable engines and duty cycles. Some engines tend toward the lower end, particularly naturally aspirated V8s operating on longer highway runs, while turbocharged GDI engines that see frequent cold starts and short trips tend to sit closer to the upper end of the range. But across dozens of comparable reports, the spread follows the engine design and driving conditions far more closely than the brand printed on the oil bottle. That same dataset also answers the deposit control question through the Insolubles column, Blackstone's direct measure of suspended sludge, varnish, and carbon that detergents and dispersants are supposed to keep off pistons and rings. After those 4,200 miles in the expedition, Pennzoil Ultra Platinum showed insolubles at or below 0.2%, with the lab noting strong cleanliness despite heavy short-trip use. Valvoline Advanced in the Kia Seltos hit the same low 0.2 to 0.3% range after 3,200 miles, while the Sapple after 5,000 miles stayed equally controlled. Acid neutralization shows up in the total base number, the measure of how much alkaline reserve the oil carries to neutralize combustion acids over time. PQIA measured Pennzoil Ultra Platinum 5W30 with a starting TBN of 8.5 milligrams of potassium hydroxide per gram of oil using ASTM D5800, placing it squarely in the mid-range typical for modern extended drain synthetics. Valvoline's most detailed public product data sheet lists the Advanced Full Synthetic 5W30 with a slightly higher starting TBN of 9.3 milligrams KOH per gram, giving it a modest paper advantage in initial acid neutralizing reserve, though both formulations start within the 8 to 10 range commonly targeted for modern turbocharged and gasoline direct injection engines, where fuel dilution and blow-by can accelerate acid formation. Field reports from hundreds of consumer-submitted Blackstone UOAs show how that reserve declines once the oil faces real combustion conditions. Across a wide range of turbocharged GDI and V8 engines, both oils typically retain measurable buffering ability well into multi-thousand-mile intervals, with TBN dropping gradually as acids accumulate. Taken together with the starting values published by PQIA and Valvoline's datasheets, these real-world readings illustrate the expected trend. Both oils gradually consume that reserve as combustion acids accumulate and still maintain measurable buffering ability through typical multi-thousand-mile service intervals in modern turbocharged engines. The virgin oil additive levels and hundreds of consumer-submitted Blackstone UOAs paint a clear picture. Both Pennzoil Ultra Platinum and Valvoline Advanced Full Synthetic deliver very similar wear protection, deposit control, and acid neutralization performance in real-world use. Zinc and phosphorus numbers sit within 50 to 70 ppm of each other. Iron wear metals normalize to the same 1.5 to 4 ppm per 1,000 miles across comparable engines and duty cycles. Insolubles stay tightly grouped between 0.2 and 0.3%, and TBN reserves track closely after thousands of miles. The differences that do appear trace far more to the specific engine, driving habits, and oil change interval than to any meaningful advantage in one bottle over the other. With protection and acid fighting covered, let's see how these oils handle heat and evaporation, the factors that decide how much oil you actually burn off between changes and how cleanly the engine stays over time. NOACK volatility, measured by ASTM D5800 as % loss after 1 hour at 250 degrees Celsius, tells exactly that. Lower numbers mean less light ends evaporate, cutting oil consumption and the deposits that follow. Pennzoil markets its Ultra Platinum as made from natural gas via Pure Plus technology for unbeatable engine protection that includes superior cleanliness and reduced volatility, while Valvoline's current product datasheet for Advanced Full Synthetic 5W30 simply states NOACK loss less than 15% under its Enhanced Deposit Protection language. The manufacturer's technical datasheet for Pennzoil Ultra Platinum 5W30 lists 11.5% loss, while Valvoline caps it at less than 15%, both well under the API SP maximum of 15%, placing them comfortably inside the acceptable range for modern engines where top-offs and deposit formation matter. Flashpoint, measured by ASTM D5800 Cleveland Open Cup, indicates the temperature at which vapors could ignite and offers another quick gauge of thermal robustness. Pennzoil's technical datasheet reports 224 degrees Celsius for the Ultra Platinum 5W30, while Valvoline's current safety datasheet lists a minimum above 201 degrees Celsius. Typical spreads for full synthetics that have no measurable impact on everyday engine operation or warranty coverage. Taken together, the virgin oil benches line up these two synthetics within a couple of percentage points on volatility, with oxidation and flashpoint data falling inside normal formulation variation rather than brand superiority. The numbers simply confirm what the used oil reports hinted at earlier: viscosity and film strength. Now let's turn to how these two 5W30 full synthetics actually flow and hold their grade when temperatures swing or the engine starts hammering them under load. Viscosity index, or VI, calculated from kinematic viscosities at 40 degrees Celsius and 100 degrees Celsius under ASTM D2270, shows how well the oil resists thinning when hot or thickening when cold. Higher numbers mean steadier protection across seasons. Pennzoil's official technical data sheet for Ultra Platinum 5W30 lists 173, while the Independent Petroleum Quality Institute of America tested a retail bottle and measured 168. Valvoline's current product data sheet for Advanced Full Synthetic 5W30 reports 165. Both oils deliver the kind of stability drivers expect from full synthetics, with Pennzoil holding a slight paper edge that neither brand turns into a specific marketing slogan beyond Pennzoil's general Pure Plus unbeatable protection framing and Valvoline's outstanding performance under severe conditions language. Curious how that stability translates when the oil is squeezed between bearings at 150 degrees Celsius and high RPM? High temperature, high shear viscosity, measured in millipascals under ASTM D4683, gauges film strength exactly where it matters most in modern turbo and GDI engines. Both meet the API SP minimum of 2.9. Valvoline's PDS explicitly lists 3.2. Users and moderators on Bob is the Oil Guy estimate Pennzoil Ultra Platinum sits in the 2.9 to 3.1 range based on its relatively low KV100, though no official measured value has been released. Pour point, the lowest temperature before the oil stops flowing under ASTM D97, matters most on cold mornings. Pennzoil's datasheet clocks minus 48 degrees Celsius, while Valvoline's PDS lists less than minus 36 degrees Celsius. Both synthetics flow well below typical winter lows. Cold cranking simulator viscosity at minus 30 degrees Celsius under ASTM D5293 completes the cold start picture. Lower CP numbers mean quicker pump-up and less wear on first crank. Pennzoil's datasheet states 4,000 centipoises, with PQIA measuring 4,871 centipoises on a store-bought bottle. Valvoline caps it at less than 6,200 centipoises in its current sheet and less than 6,000 centipoises in the older detailed version. Both clear the say 5W30 maximum of 6,600 centipoises with room to spare, confirming easy starts even in sub-zero conditions. Taken side by side, the viscosity and flow benches place these two oils within a few points of each other across VI, pour point, and CCS, with the HTHS and shear gaps filled by certification rather than head-to-head numbers. The real-world UOAs we saw earlier already proved both hold grade under stress. Base oil and additives quality. Both are full synthetics, but Pennzoil Ultra Platinum uses its patented Pure Plus gas-to-liquid process that delivers a Group 3 Plus base stock, described across technical discussions and retailer notes as 99.5% pure, with characteristics edging towards Group 4 performance because it starts from natural gas instead of crude. Valvoline Advanced Full Synthetic relies on high-quality Group 3 hydrocracked synthetic base oils, as confirmed in its product datasheets and consumer analyses. Solid for the price, but without the GTL purity claim. Finally, cost per quart puts the real-world value in perspective. Current retail pricing from major outlets shows a 5-quart jug of Pennzoil Ultra Platinum 5W30 averaging $26.49, or roughly $5.30 per quart, while Valvoline Advanced Full Synthetic 5W30 sits at $25 to $29 for the same size, placing them within $1 of each other depending on sales and location. Neither brand markets price as a feature, yet the near parity means the choice often comes down to the base oil purity and additive details we just reviewed, rather than budget. Side by side, these two synthetics deliver additive and base oil profiles that track within normal formulation variation, with the lab numbers confirming they are engineered for the same modern engines and deliver comparable real-world results once the cap comes off.